is slated to be fan appreciation night for the Indy 11, the regular season home finale. Only problem is Mother Nature didn't get the memo. Storms, we frankly need the rain in central Indiana, just not tonight. We're delayed by 2 hours. Thanks for staying up later with us on MyIndy TV and ESPN Plus, as the Indy 11 know they have to win to get to the postseason. Loudoun playing in the playoffs for the first time in their franchise's 7-year history. Alongside Dan Capsalis, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us for Indy 11 Soccer. Dan, let's get right to it in terms of the playoff positioning, because if starting later tonight, the Indy 11 have a clearer picture as to exactly what they have to do. With Detroit getting a point tonight against Charleston, Indy knows they have to win both of their remaining matches tonight and against Orange County.
And the late game, Greg, late time move back, gives them a little bit of a mental edge. They know what they have to do as opposed to guessing. So they've got their work cut out for them, but it's a do-or-die game for Indy 11.
These two teams put up 5 goals against one another, all coming in the second half when they played on August the 16th. Loudoun would come from 2-1 down, scoring twice late to win it. 3-2. Dan, what impressed you about Loudoun that night in Northern Virginia?
Yeah, they didn't stop. You know, they just kept coming. They kept attacking. They didn't give up. And they showed that they have the composure late in the game to put the ball in the back of the net. So they have a lot of attacking prowess, and we'll see some of that tonight.
One of the prettiest assists of the season on that ball from Canlin with Elvis Almo. Again, unfortunately, 2 additional Loudoun goals gave Loudoun all 3 points that night. And again, they are playoff bound for the first time in franchise history. What they have to play for tonight is seeding. They're hoping to get a home playoff game. They could be anywhere from 3 to 7 in terms of the Eastern Conference table. So yes, they have clinched a position, but they know there's more to play for tonight. So Indy 11 will get a full effort from the visitors. Again, a little late night action for Mike. We appreciate you staying with us. Opening kickoff comes your way next on MyIndy TV and ESPN Plus.
This is Paul. He loves running, music, and DIY home projects. In fact, he's remodeling his kitchen thanks to a home equity line of credit from Indiana Members Credit Union. They connected him with a loan officer, got him approved at a great low rate, and made it easy for him to make his monthly payment from anywhere thanks to IMCU's digital banking. Looks like Paul can do it all with a little help from IMCU.
It's very true that it takes a village to raise a child. And when it comes to my healthcare village at Community Health Network, it's all nestled right in my phone. Accessing healthcare is the ability to be connected with your provider and ask a question when you need it. I feel like when I'm meeting with a community nurse practitioner or doctor, they're tuned in to what is going on with me and the way that they can serve me best.
Stand by me. Find it, try it, paint it, love it. 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 Find it, try it, paint it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Tonight's match is presented by Community Health Sports Medicine. Exceptional care simply delivered. And by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. And speaking of our friends at Ford, they too bring us our starting lineup. Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. As dangerous of a duo up front that Loudoun has, Florian Below, one of the best playmakers in the league, Abdulatif Abu Kora, one of the best goal scorers in the league, but most of his damage was done early in the season. The news for Loudoun is that Hugo Farouk misses a second consecutive match in goal. Ryan Jack gets the nomination from head coach Ryan Martin this evening. On the flip side for the Indy 11, the names have largely been the same down the stretch of the season. It's simply a formation. Tonight, Dan, it's going to be 3-5-2 from head coach Sean McCauley.
Yeah, and I like it. They have to attack. They have to go forward. They have to be intense about going forward. Numbers up in transition, numbers up in the attack. I like it.
Our officials for this evening's contest: Brandon Stevens is the referee, Mateus Dulski and Fermin Sanchez are assistant referees, and Eric Burton is our fourth official tonight. Well, 2 hours later than expected. We're thrilled to bring you this fan appreciation night. Thanks for staying with us on My Indy TV and ESPN Plus. Again, the Indy 11 still have playoff hopes alive. They're going to need some help. But more than likely, this is the final go-round at home this season here at Michael A. Carroll Track and Soccer Stadium. And all 5 goals when these teams got together came in half number 2. Romario Williams blast away with the left foot. Win on the cross, and it'll be a corner kick for the Indy 11 in the opening minute of the match. A good start for the home team.
Like how they've come out nice and strong, Greg. They have no choice. They have to press. They have to take chances. Getting a nice opportunity here with the restart. First minute of the game.
Murphy steers it in. Looking back post, Jack gets a punch to it. Loudoun a 1-0 winner against Detroit City a week ago. Good looking break opportunity, and Ryan Schaefer using all of that size at 6'3", and again, those 3 players that were brought in because of injury necessity right before the roster freeze early September. Those 3 adds from MLS Next Pro have all been great. Luke Pruder's on the bench tonight behind Hunter Solt, but Zielinski and Schaefer have basically been inserted in the lineup since they got here and haven't left the lineup very much.
They've been fantastic. And right there you saw Schaefer's speed and ability to track back on display. He's not just big in his size, but he is quick and he is fast, and he's going to run that middle of the defense, keep everything under control, and keep everything organized back there tonight.
Take a look at our injury report. It's brought to us by Community Health Network Sports Medicine, official sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. Both Aiden Stanley and Malik Foster returned to training this week for the Indy 11 now. Neither are going to play the rest of the year, but good to see those guys returning from injury. Remember, Aiden has been out now for the last 5 months. He played his last match of the season back on May 16th in El Paso.
Tough injuries there. Stanley was having such a great year as well.
Well, Stanley, after having 9 assists early last year, Dan, became such an instigator for this club, and there never really was a player that replaced him at that left back position.
Yeah, no, and he would run the flank on the outside and create so much because he would come through the offensive third pretty much unmarked as a just a ghost player coming outside. So the Indy 11 do miss that, and Stanley, he brought a lot of that, but they've had to adjust, and injuries happen, and they're very unfortunate. Hope those guys recover and get back on the field soon.
By the way, the 2 playoff matches that affect the Indy 11 have both gone final, and they are both draws. So Charleston, Detroit played to a 1-1 draw, and Rhode Island and North Carolina have just played to a 0-0 draw. So Indy is still alive, but the Detroit point earlier means that Indy has only one escape route, so to speak, and again, they're going to require some help next week. But simply put, Indy knows if they do not win this match, a draw is not good enough for them. They have to get the full 3 points, or their season will be over next Saturday night in Orange County.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too, Greg, where 30-plus games into the season, it comes down to one game whether they're going to be able to bump into that final 8 spot. So, they have to perform tonight. There's no option, and I'd like to see Blake getting more involved. He's our leading goal scorer. The Indy 11's leading goal scorer. And get him more involved and get him connected to Rendon and Williams.
Foul called there against the visitors from Loudoun United, so a free kick opportunity. Good chance for us to pause and let Dan expound on our keys. The match presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Dan, let's start with the home team.
Yeah, relentless attack. They've got to go forward. They have no choice. They've got to win this game and take chances. They got to take a little bit more risks in the attack and go toward the goal and do everything they can throw it at the goal. Transitional speed. When they lose the ball, they've got to transition quickly, and they've got to keep their defensive composure and not give anything up. As far as Loudoun goes, building out from the back. They don't play a long ball. They have a nice build out of the back, which means Indy 11 can pressure them when they're in their defensive third. And they've done this really well over the course of this season. They finished their opportunities. So they've got to finish their opportunities, and Indy 11's got to figure out a way to not allow them to get those opportunities. So should be a really strong matchup tonight. But Indy 11 knows what they have to do to give themselves a chance to find that 8th and final playoff spot.
James Musa commits the foul. James scored against Loudoun United when these two teams played back in August. He scored last week as well. And the lone goal in the 2-1 loss against Pittsburgh. Like the flick by Rendon, but this will roll through the backup netminder in Ryan Jack, who played his collegiate soccer at the University of Kentucky. He is a first-year pro. He did not see action in a league match until last week. Faroux was unable to go in the postseason. He's out due to injury. That's a significant loss for Loudoun United. Schaefer does a good job to work that one back. And Hunter Salt, first time we have seen him in a match here in several weeks. Returned to action the last couple of weeks for the Indy 11. After dealing with a concussion, he missed some time due to a finger injury this season as well. But despite missing time, Hunter is still 8th in the league in saves, and that's really with missing a quarter of the season so far for the Indy 11. Yeah,
it's nice to see him back in the goal. He's been such a big part of this season and a big part of this team.
It's kind of good news and bad news for Hunter. The good news is he's up to the challenge. The bad news is he's faced way too many shots. If you have missed a quarter of the matches and you are still in the top 10 in saves in the league. We had a brief respite from the rain. The mist is starting to pick back up, and we're going to introduce our fans from outside of Central Indiana to a weather terminology that we often use in the month of May in Indianapolis. We think there's a wind over Terre Haute, and usually what that means is that we think we can get the Indy 500 in today. We think there's a window to get this match in before thunderstorms pop up as the offside flag is raised. We had a line of storms that came through about 4 or 5 o'clock, and that is what delayed us back to 9 o'clock. Kind of 9 o'clock was the time that was picked because it looked like the radar indicated between about 9 and 11:30 conditions would largely be dry or thunderstorm free. There is another wave of storms that will come in at some point tonight. We are simply hopeful we can get 90 minutes in without being interrupted this evening.
It's coming down a little lighter right now, so it does have a factor on the game on the turf too, Greg. The ball's going to be quicker. Players are going to have to play the ball to feet, maintain possession. We talk about possession a lot with both teams, and the team that can maintain possession in this particular conditions will have a bit of an advantage. So far, both teams have done pretty well adjusting. The footing could be a little tricky as well. So the field does play a factor now.
Opportunity for Blake, couldn't get to it in time. Attack continues for the Indy 11. McCabe got a head to it. Now a bit of a reset moment here for the Indy 11. Gives us a chance to thank the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments, construction, management, and investments. Another thing that might affect the players, and it's not on the field of play, but just off of it. Of course, this was built originally as a track and field facility, and those track lanes can get very slick in the rain just off the playing surface. So hopefully we don't see a player take a tumble in either direction in tonight's match.
Yeah, we've seen that before too, Greg. It's a good point. They're only about 3 or 4 yards of turf before they'll hit that track. So players coming off and fighting for a ball, Hopefully we don't see that tonight, but it's possible. I really like the midfield that Indy 11's put together here tonight. They have to win this game. The midfield has to win this game, and Cam Lindley is a piece of that, and Blake is a piece of that. These guys have to step up big time tonight and do what they normally do and attack and distribute and create opportunities.
Cole Turner has the ball at his feet. Back to Bolo Akinyode, who was not with Loudoun United when the Indy 11 last faced Loudoun. Indy very familiar with Bolo over the years. Opportunity here. Good read by Schaefer. Schaefer twice on the USL Championship Team of the Week since joining the Indy 11. And had the opening goal of the match when Indy picked up their last win 3 weeks ago. And their mastery of FC Tulsa continued. Indy has beaten the best team in the Western Conference twice this year, both in the Jägermeister Cup and in regular season play.
Talked about it earlier, Greg, Schaefer, and Zielinski, for them just to come into the team mid-season, toward the end of the season, and just not really miss a beat. The chemistry was instant, and they've had such a great impact on this team in such a short period of time. It's really impressive.
Schaefer, a second-year pro, Zielinski in his first pro season. Zielinski played at Rutgers, is on loan from St. Louis City. Played sporadically with both their MLS squad and their next pro team. Pocket picked cleanly by James Murphy. Quinn trying to launch Rendon. How about that for finding the right space? Rendon chips the keeper, and Bruno Rendon gives the Indy 11 the lead in the 11th minute. It's time to cue the smoke and a rain tonight in Indianapolis. What a find by Aiden Quinn for his 10th assist of the season. That is a single season record for the Indy 11.
Amazing. I mean, Quinn just has that presence of mind. Sees Rendon, he's one-on-one, gets that ball over the defender's head, and Rendon, what a touch. Jack is coming out of the goal. You'll see it here. Beautiful ball by Quinn over the top. 1v1 here. Jack's coming out of the goal. He's at the 18. Rendon takes a quick glance. What a beautiful touch. You do not get a better touch than that. Just 100% heads up play by Rendon, and Indy 11's up 1-0. Wow.
Well, first of all, for the goal scorer, that is the first goal since mid-March for Bruno Rendon. He scored in his second match with the Indy 11 in a 1-1 draw against Lexington on March 15th. But now let's talk about what that assist does for Aiden Quinn. He is now in a group of 2 that have 60 career assists in the USL Championship. So congratulations to Aiden Quinn. He has so many different records and marks and plaudits during his USL Championship career. But
just
most
amazing.
importantly, for a team that, again, knows they have to win tonight, Indy gets off on the proper foot. They lead at 1-0.
I mean, Quinn has the presence of mind to see Rendon, and Rendon has a presence of mind, takes a quick glance, sees the keeper coming way out. Not sure what Jack was thinking there, but he left himself really vulnerable, and Rendon made him pay for it. Huge goal, huge start for Indy 11.
Now I will play the role of Mother Nature on the Indy 11 fan base. Indy scored the first time in Loudoun as well, ended up losing that match 3-2. So Loudoun will be undeterred in the effort. Now that was off of Schaefer, which is why Salt made such a tremendous effort to go get that one and prevent what would have been a corner kick. You see Aiden Quinn wearing the captain's armband, his 3rd year with the Indy 11. You do not get very far down the line of great players in this league all time before you would get to his name. By the way, fans, you can show your Indy 11 pride and get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com today. I don't think this is a foul. I think this is simply a player wellness check. Indy will be awarded possession.
Yeah,
Stop play to make sure that the injured player, who is Drew Skundrich, that he is all right.
Yeah, didn't see what happened there. He went down quickly. Skundrich is a big part of Loudoun's midfield, playmaker. Can attack and score as well. They need him on the field.
Back to Aiden Quinn. There had been several players that had 9 assists combined in an Indy 11 season. If you had put them all together in terms of regular season matches plus Open Cup, Jägermeister Cup, etc., No player had ever gotten to double digits in a single campaign. Quinn just became the first player to do that.
Quinn's had such an incredible career. It's not just the stats and those things too, Greg. It's the level of consistency over time that's so impressive. You know, you just don't have players like that over time can day after day after day bring it and perform and have an impact the way he does. And he proved it tonight. And Indy 11 looks good. They've got a little bit of a jump in their step tonight. And we watched a lot of their games this season, of course. And they look like they're on tonight. They just feel like it's a feeling that they just look like they have it going tonight.
Late whistle, but Musa whistled for the foul. Possession returns to Loudoun United. By the way, Community Health Sports Medicine is the official sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. Exceptional care, simply delivered. Indy lost at Loudoun back in August. It was their first loss to Loudoun since the opening match of the 2022 season. He had fared well against Loudoun. And again, this is Loudoun's best team. Flag goes up on the other side. As once again the rain starts to pick back up, and we'll be dealing with this off and on throughout the course of the match. Again, we are simply hopeful that there's not a skyward fireworks show that goes with the rain. We can live with this. It's
right
lightning
now,
that is more concerning.
Very tolerable at the moment. I like what Loudoun's doing, though. They're trying to change the point of attack and shift Indy 11's defense. Got caught offside there, but I like that long ball, shifting the point of attack, trying to open up space. And they can attack from different areas, too. Paulo and Abukura, of course, are their two top go-to guys, and they're explosive, and they can show up at any minute.
High boot whistle against Loudoun United. Second time that Blake has been involved in a dust-up in the early stages of this match. And Jack Blake now the all-time leading goal scorer in the USL Championship history of the Indy 11. Zielinski that got tied up there, my apologies. The point remains the same for Blake. 25 goals now in championship play for Jack. Only behind Tyler Parrish, or only behind, I should say, Eamon Zayed in terms of career goals with the Indy 11. Quinn looking back post. Again, there's an opportunity there and a deflection. The opportunity by Blake was sprayed wide.
Jack came out of the goal, and he just looks like he's just a little bit, nervous. I don't know if it's nervous, but he just looked hesitant. He missed the ball there. Could have been another really nice opportunity for Indy 11.
And again, that's why the absence of Hugo Farou is such a big deal for Loudoun United. He's a veteran of this league. It's guys like he and Velo that have really kind of been added to the mix for Loudoun for the first time over the last couple of seasons. That has changed the fortune of this franchise that, for many years, was struggling to keep up as the feeder club for DC United. Looking ball here, looking back post, and Quinn with the read. Kept that away from Keegan Tingy. It will be a corner coming for Loudoun United here in minute number 18.
It's a good defensive play by Quinn. You can't win that ball. You don't want to give it up. So, give up a corner, but you get a chance to reset, regroup, get everything set up here defensively.
Good look at Ryan Martin on the sidelines, man in charge of this Loudoun program. It's been a slow build for the team from Northern Virginia.
Coach Martin's done a great job with this group this year.
Short ball, but Abukura steers in. Couple of flicks. Not out of danger yet. Now it is, and it's Cam Lindley that boots that ball back towards downtown Indianapolis. Thank our friends at Droplight Fuel for brave brands to put your business in the limelight. Visit droplight.com. Santos and Schaefer does a good job of listening to his netminder and Hunter Salt, who called him off.
Yeah, Schaefer and Salt have had a nice chemistry back there. Even early on in the game, they not only are communicating, but they're making eye contact. You can see it. And Schaefer's looking for it too, so he understands Salt is going to be there. We've seen them connect a little bit better, so they're doing a nice job of not just communicating, but actually executing.
Well, while we are giving accolades to a player like Aiden Quinn and secondarily Jack Blake in terms of what they have meant in the Indy 11 record books in 2 short seasons, Hunter Schultz now leads the Indy 11 in terms of saves in USL Championship play and clean sheets in USL Championship play. And really, there has not been a keeper that has had more than kind of a 2-year tenure as the guy between the posts for the Indy 11. That's going to be a foul against Romario Williams. He's going to begin to play that with a handball. Hunter sitting on 13 clean sheets in USL Championship play, on 136 saves and counting. And he's been the guy that's been in charge of the job really for about 50 games is really what he has played over the course of the last 2 years in regular season competition. Took over in late April from Yannick Odele season ago and frankly has not let go of the job ever since.
He's been just a consistent, steady player for Indy 11. Like you said, Greg, in those 2 years, the numbers he's put up are pretty remarkable. That's why it's nice to see him on the field tonight. Gives his team a chance to put some numbers on the board here and stay alive.
So the early goal for the Indy 11 coming from Bruno Rendon on exquisite service from Aiden Quinn. We'll welcome a special guest here into the booth in a matter of moments. And, you know, Clark Kellogg, longtime college basketball broadcaster, former Indiana Pacers, part of Pacers television for many years, kind of invented his own word or phrase as the offside flag goes up. Stick-to-itiveness is what he would say. We're going to give that award to Nicole Jackson because I wasn't sure Nicole was going to be here 2 hours later to talk about our friends at Financial Center, but here she is.
Here I am.
Thanks for hanging out with us on a rainy Saturday night.
Absolutely. I don't know where else I'd rather be.
Well, I shouldn't be surprised because Financial Center Federal Credit Union has been a partner with the Indy 11, especially since day one. And one of the great things that Financial Center has done has sponsored Hispanic Heritage Night. Well, that's not tonight, but that was the game that we were on national television back on September 21st. So we're kind of retracing some steps here to have Nicole on the program. So tell us why that night and partnering with the Indy 11 have been so important to Financial Center.
Well, a big part of who Financial Center is we love to do financial education. And a lot of the times the underserved are those that are of the Hispanic heritage that come in and, you know, are learning how to do the money thing, you know, right? It's super hard. So we like to partner with that because we can reach out to that community and help out any way we can.
I think most people hear credit union and go, okay, that's a bank. And it's true, but it's different.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a little 101 here. Tell me the difference between a credit union and a bank.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the credit union is member-owned, right? You have a share. Your savings account is your share, where banks are, you know, they're more in it for themselves, right? But we give back to our members through lower cost and fees and just other higher rates. So.
Sounds like an incredible service that you guys provide to those groups. Mm-hmm. You talked about the underserved. Really impressive.
And part of it is that you do workshops for those
Absolutely.
educational opportunities. So when are some of those that are coming up that our viewers can be a part of?
We have workshops 4 times every month. They're normally on Tuesdays and Saturdays. They can find out the exact dates and the classes at FC.
4 times a month?
Yes, exactly. We have our entire financial literacy team teaches those. They're really great people and they are very informative. You can learn about those at fcfcu.com/workshops and you can find out when the next one is.
Wow,
fantastic. Now this should not be a surprise because seemingly there's something new in McCourtsville like every day, including a Financial Center branch. Tell us about it.
There is, we just opened the Financial Center in McCourtsville. We're really excited. We've had a lot of excitement around the branch. Sorry, I was just kind of, spacing out. Yeah. But it's a good game. But yeah, the Financial Center in McCourtsville it's really happening. We're really excited to be there and be part of the growing community that it is.
All right, to learn more about Financial Center, website, phone number, social, what's the best way to go about it?
fcfcu.com.
Nicole, I cannot thank you enough. Again, we always appreciate when you come by and join us, but especially when you wait through a 2-hour storm delay. So thanks for being here.
Thanks
really
for having
appreciate
me.
You. Again, thanks to Nicole Jackson,
Thanks,
our friends from
Thank you.
Financial Center Federal Credit Union. Now she can go about enjoying the rest of the game this evening. Although the rule of thumb had been if the Indy 11 would have scored a goal while she was here, we would have kept her for the entire broadcast. I think only Al Unser Jr. got that nomination on the broadcast this season. He tried to go all Andres Cantor, start screaming goal in the middle of his call as well.
It's cool stuff.
While we were away, so to speak, nothing has changed in terms of kind of the byline of this game. This portion of this match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments, construction, management, and investments. Quinn always finds a way to get the ball where he wants it to. Already 1 assist, his 10th of the season tonight. Williams, tough ball to play there.
Yeah, high ball off the chest there in a very short distance. Just couldn't handle that. But I like the build-up with Indy 11. They're playing the ball to feet. They are moving the ball. They're trying to look through Blake and through Lindley, which is what they need to do, and Murphy in there as well. They're doing a good job. Loudoun, on the other hand, is having a little bit more of a challenge trying to find Valo and Abakura. Not getting the ball to their feet. They're playing more of a long ball down the middle, and Indy 11 has been able to tear that up.
Well done by Schaefer. Just pure aggression won that one over Skundrich, and that'll be a whistle against the visitors. This reminder, fans, watch Wish TV, your local news source. Online at wishtv.com, and let's take a look at the latest infraction.
He just got tackled. I mean, that was just throws his arms up like, I didn't do anything. Just took him down. Got a yellow.
First yellow of this match, and I inadvertently credited Skundrich with that. My apologies. That was Benoit that was the deemed to be the guilty party there. First booking of the match.
Pretty simple call from the referee. It was clear intent from Benoit to take down Schaefer, but you see Schaefer's anticipation and his ability to read the play and run through that ball. Don't think it was necessary for Dubois to take him down, but
through ball goes all the way past the byline for a goal kick for Ryan Jack. In the matches of importance in terms of the Eastern Conference playoff position, because of this match being delayed, are pretty much done at this point. Rowdies do have a 3-1 lead against Hartford, but frankly, Indy isn't worried as much about the Rowdies catching them because they have to win out. So there's really no reason to look in the rearview mirror at Tampa Bay. Other two matches that involve the Indy 11 are in that playoff positioning, both finished as draws. Charleston, Detroit City, 1-1. North Carolina, Rhode Island, 0-0. Already Birmingham and Miami eliminated. And already 6 teams have clinched their spot. New City will be the 1 seed. Charleston will be the 2, and everything else is up for grabs after that in terms of playoff positioning. However, we know that North Carolina, Loudoun, Pittsburgh will all be playoff teams this year.
so Loudoun has made a little bit of an adjustment here, Greg. Got Bidwa up high now. And Abakura stepped back into the midfield a little bit.
And frankly, that's a role that he is more familiar with. Rendon timed that run perfectly. He was onside.
And the thought there, probably from Coach Ryan, is you know when you're the only guy basically planted up top in the number 9 position, striker position, you're marked up a little tighter. So in the midfield, Abakura will have the ability to maybe see the play a little bit more and have a little bit more room to make some decisions. But they've clearly made that adjustment here in the last several minutes. We'll see how it plays out for them.
Loudoun is playing for playoff seeding. They know they're in for the first time. Anywhere from 3 to 7, the way the playoff math checks out. A neglected Neglected to mention Hartford being a playoff team as well. They have clinched their position, even with a likely loss to the Rowdies tonight. Akinyode deemed to have won that ball cleanly. He was let go by Miami FC in early September. Loudoun was quick to pounce on the veteran. Blake commits the foul against Abukura.
Blake Felty, Abukura, a little bit of an embellishment there. There was some contact. Take a look here. Gets him a little bit. Abukura embellishes that pretty well. You see Blake's reaction. Did not like that, but sold it enough to get the call from the referee.
And Florian Vallo, as the team captain, allowed to have a bit of an extended conversation on the matter, and a very civil one at that. Your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. We have seen these periods of time where the Indy 11 have played very well, but we followed up by saying, but yet it's a one-goal game.
Right.
And that's kind of exactly where this is right now.
And Loudoun has not yet really had a quality opportunity on Indy 11 yet.
Flick here. Indy asked for offside, didn't get it. But Afemu, as he often does, is so solid in defense and quickly clears that one back towards midfield.
Yeah, just relieve the pressure there. Send the ball out of bounds, regroup. Good play by Afemu.
Credit to the Brickyard Battalion. Again, not as many as would normally be here, but they found shelter and maybe some liquid encouragement in the parking garage during our storm delay.
I saw them pregame. They were still having fun.
I never saw them. I heard them.
The rain did not stop them.
It never does. Skundrich taken away by Murphy.
And this is what Loudoun can do. They can, the slow build up, play the ball to feet, movement off the ball, to maintain possession.
Quinn just a little too aggressive.
They haven't. Loudoun has not yet, Greg, had a chance to really penetrate Indy 11's defense. Indy 11's defense, we talked about earlier, they've got to stay composed. So far, they've been able to do that.
Very compact defensively right now for the Indy 11.
Yeah, defense, you want to shrink it. When you win the ball, you want to make it big and find that space. But they're doing a nice job. Indy 11 is doing a really nice job of not just pressuring the ball, but making sure that every man is accounted for.
Win by Rendon and finds Romario Williams in stride. Williams turns on the Jets to get around Turner. Akinyode is there in support, but Williams could not keep that on his feet.
Nice run, nice defensive play by Akinyode.
We have said that for a number of years about Bolu.
He read that perfectly, timed it right. Rendon was on his horse.
Akinyode has played in this league for 10 of the last 11 years. Originally from Nigeria, but played his college soccer at Seton Hall.
Yeah, he's an impressive player. Steady, consistent. See how Abukura there likes to play the ball and run off of it. He likes the space.
Loudoun really controlled possession when these two teams played 2 months ago. You're seeing that start to kind of settle in that direction here. Blake deemed to have committed a foul, I believe, there. No, it's going to be simply whistled as a throw. Sean McCauley thought that was a legal play. And he's been protecting this lead now for the last 23 minutes. Rendon goes down. Advantage is being played, but now back in a neutral position. Rendon will be checked on. Rendon the goal, his second of the season earlier in this half.
Defender came right through him there and got him pretty strong in the right ankle.
And a yellow has been shown. Second of the match against a Loudoun player.
Just clipped him there. Pretty clear. He will get back up. He'll be okay, but
I tried to give a yellow card to Skendrich, and a few minutes later, he gets one. I'm sorry, Drew. I spoke that into existence. He and Bedois both have now been shown yellow tonight. Rendon will soldier on. Fans, you can experience comfort in downtown Indianapolis when you visit Hyatt Place and Hyatt House in downtown Indy. It's about as dry as conditions as we're going to have tonight. Thanks for staying up late with us. This match delayed 2 hours by storms in the area. Blake, Williams, left foot that does not stay on target. You do not often see Romario go to that left foot.
Yeah, you know what? But we talked about it earlier in the broadcast, Greg. Take chances, take some risks. That's a little bit of an ambitious shot from Romario, but he can hit that, and then get the keeper on, catch a keeper off guard. Don't mind that 25-yard shot. He just didn't get a good piece of it. But they've got to shoot the ball. They've got to take chances.
Schaefer, bit of a jersey tug there by Loudoun, but the damage done to sustain a whistle.
Schaefer's just so strong. He just fights through it. So steady and so disciplined.
Schaefer on loan from FC Cincinnati, had played with their two-team in Next Pro. Second-year pro who played his college soccer at the University of South Florida. Of the Indy 11 players that we have seen tonight, 3 of them are on loan. A 4th off the bench is the backup goalkeeper Intruder. Here's Turner. Good run going here, and that took a bit of a deflection, and Salt had to kind of double back on that one.
Yeah, that ball had some movement on it, and that's probably the best opportunity Loudoun has shown at this point. You're 30, 35 yards out, but good hit. He just bends a little bit. Wow, Salt was all over it, but
there was no touch there from Bedois. That is the first shot on target by Loudoun this evening. Rendon got on the end of one earlier. Now Lindley was trying to do exactly what Rendon did and try to chip the keeper.
He was trying it, and Jack, he's ambitious coming out. He's taking some chances. He's making some decisions that putting him in a very, can be a, difficult situation. He got a head on that ball
Indy
at the top of the 18.
So Indy's going to ask for an admonishment, if not a card, for time wasting there. Just a normal frustration release from Abu Kora, who, again, just didn't play that ball properly, and it goes off to the side and decides to hit one towards the Ford fan zone. Not a card, just a talking to.
Looked intentional.
Oh, it was every bit of intentional, but not deemed to be card worthy.
No. But Indy 11, Jack is coming out of his goal and leaving so much space behind him. They've got to find a way to get that ball outside, either drag him out of there and counter it with some quick shots.
Of course, this match is brought to us by Johnson Controls. Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission. Must win for Indy to keep their playoff hopes alive. And they also must win at Orange County, who is in a similar scenario out west. Orange County finishes with home matches against Lou City and Indy. Next week's season finale will not come until 10 o'clock Eastern time in Irvine, California. Frankly, Indy probably will know exactly what's at stake immediately before that match.
Yeah, if they can hold on with this lead and put themselves in a position to stay alive.
Headed back to Sultan. Salt was Johnny on the spot to track that one down.
Great ball by Ofemu and great read with Salt. Again, you see the communication between Salt and his defenders in front of him. it doesn't happen by chance. They are communicating, they're making eye contact, and so far they've done it flawlessly.
Look at the playoff picture for the Indy 11. The good news is the two teams in front of them are on the road next week. Rhode Island will play Friday night against New Mexico United. Detroit has to go to Tampa Bay and play the Rowdies. But again, Indy has to win tonight. The Detroit point earlier this evening ensured that to be the case. The read by Musa. Santos was in on goal if Musa does not get to that. Zielinski digs in at the edge of the 18. Nobody sitting back post. Quinn will sky this one.
See Loudoun stepping it up a bit here.
Awuwa. Right idea, but again, Benefemu takes up some space. Skundrich's ball just a bit too strong.
Indy 11's defense has been fantastic tonight. Schaefer, Femu, Musa. Musa just stripped that ball away from Santos on that run. He would, like you just said, he was clearly in. Musa timed it perfectly. Indy 11's defense keeping them in the game right now, and with the communication with Salt, they've just got some nice chemistry going, and see if they can keep that up.
Williams plays that off of a Loudoun player. Throw in coming for the Indy 11 as we have hit our final 5 minutes of half number 1. Back to Jack.
Good pressure by Indy 11. Force them back. Whenever either team has been able to switch the point of attack, Greg, switch the play on a shifting defense, they've had opportunities. A few minutes ago, Quinn was out on the outside over here. He could have had a hot dog and a cup of coffee. He had so much space and so much time. D11 couldn't get the ball to him, but Loudoun is shifting their defense toward the ball, which leaves the opposite side open. Indy 11 needs to recognize that and make a quick change, quick switch.
Recognition by Musa. Opportunity here again. Williams work his way around Turner. Quinn gave the maximum effort to get all the way from the left corner up front. Just now we'll have to retreat and do it all over again. This reminder, Soccer Saturday every Saturday morning on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. This week it was Indy 11 head coach Sean McCauley, former Indy 11 man Robbie Dambrot, who we think we will see in half number 2 for Loudoun United. And Jason Davis of Sirius XM FC 157, talking about a good weekend for the U.S. men's national team. Every Saturday morning on The Fan. Rendon. We'll watch that one go by. That did take a touch. A corner coming for the Indy 11. Their second of the match and their first since the opening minute of the contest.
Good movement there by Lindley, moving that ball across. Rendon gets a piece of this here. Defender just touches it a little bit.
Rendon, much more of a goal scorer last year at the League One level, playing for Northern Colorado. There were some injuries at times this year.
It's the kind of pressure you want from Indy 11, especially from Blake and Lindley getting more involved in their distribution.
Jack the punch, Lindley heads it back in. A couple of touches by Afemu. Nobody back post, but clearance wasn't exactly the best from Valo. A throw in coming out of corner for James Musa. And Musa has the best throw on the team. And again, I'm not sure how much of the track he'll be able to use. Again, conditions have been largely as dry as they're going to be, but this is not going to dry out this evening.
Now he'll get a bit of a running start here. He can get that ball into the 6.
Does exactly that. Santos comes charging out with it. And Murphy
There's
got
a
that one
card.
wrong. He's shown yellow.
Yeah, he was clearly had the advantage there, Santos did, and Murphy took him down from behind. Easy call for the ref.
So first booking to go against the Indy 11 tonight.
Not a bad foul when they're having that kind of transition. Loudoun's got that transition. You know, it's almost a necessary play for Murphy. You know, take him out. He knows he's going to get carded. He knows it's going to be a possibility. But you stop the attack, you get a chance to reset, regroup. It's not a bad foul.
This portion of the match is brought to us by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle.
Love the pressure there. Lindley with the presence of mind again to use Salt. They're so confident with him back there too, Greg, with Salt back there, because they can play the ball to his feet. They know he's going to handle it. Goalkeepers these days have to be able to have that technical ability.
Hunter Salt has been really good here the last couple of years. Again, you can start worrying about next year, the next week, 2 or 3, etc. for the Indy 11. Don't know if we would see Hunter here back for a 3rd year from Portland. He's got 3 keepers in front of him in Portland, but Hunter has been fantastic at this level, and he is still so young. By the way, 2 minutes of additional time is what we will have before we get to halftime. Trying to maintain this 1-goal lead going to the break.
Yeah, that would be nice for Indy 11 if they can hang on to that here.
Onside here, Schaefer gets in the way. It will be a corner coming, second of the match for Loudoun, so not out of the danger just yet before halftime. By the way, Indy 11 Soccer sponsored by Dormacaba. Dormacaba for every place that matters.
Again, nice play by Schaefer there. Gives up a corner, but takes away the cross.
Short corner here by Loudoun. Ball sent in, Schaefer. He has been everywhere along that back tonight. Frankly, his addition to the roster, it has made it much easier for Indy to play a back 3.
Yep.
And he has truly been the center back of the 3 backs.
No question, because you want, the situation they're in, you want to load up the midfield. So Schaefer gives him that, like you just said, Greg, he gives him that opportunity to play with 3, put more players in the midfield, get that transition going.
The pieces have fit the best since the absence of Aiden Stanley. When you had Stanley, you wanted to play a back 4 with he as the left back. Now, that's the best the pieces kind of fit together with he as the center of a 3-back formation with Musa and Afemu flanking him on each side. Dying seconds of this one. A quick glance at the wristwatch of our referee. One final forward push here for Loudoun United. Indy 1 clearance away from getting to halftime with a 1-goal lead, and asking for a handball. They're not going to get it.
Almost every Loudoun player put their hand up.
Schaefer deemed to have gotten that one legally. Do they have a claim here?
Tough to tell from that angle. I didn't see it. Not sure what they saw there. Referee didn't see it.
Nope, not enough in it for the referee to call it, which means we're on to halftime with Indy enjoying a 1-goal lead, and already standing by is the head coach of the Indy 11, and Sean McCauley. Sean, I know you like what the scoreboard says. Do you like what you've seen from your team so far?
I think we've defended okay, especially in the middle third when they want to pass the ball square and backwards and try and open up some space. And I think we've done a really good job concentrating and staying tight on people and not allowing them through the middle. And can't really remember too many shots at goal. Obviously that one at the end there is a little bit, I'll have to look at, maybe fortunate for us, but yeah, really pleased with the score. I think the players need to come out in the second half though and start the second half the same as we did the first, and we need to get another goal for sure. But yeah, overall, pretty pleased.
All right, thanks, my friend. We'll talk to you after the match.
Thank you.
Head coach Sean McCauley of the Indy 11, kind enough to join us immediately after the conclusion of the opening 45. Again, Indy has to get the 3 points tonight. So far, so good from the home team perspective. The goal by Bruno Rendon, a season-high 10th assist for Aiden Quinn. 1-0, Indy 11. You're watching Indy 11 soccer on MyIndy TV and ESPN+.
I'm a happy-go-lucky guy, but sometimes I get a little stressed because I'm not for sure what's going to happen down the road. I was at the cancer unit, and when I come out from seeing the doctor, I said something about needing some help with all the paperwork. They gave me a name and a phone number. Her name is Molly. She works over at Community. She tells me, stop worrying, let me take care of it. She is my angel.
Stand by me.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they're in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
Sure, go ahead. If you're going to stand in the rain, you can ditch the shirt. The Mountain does not need a shirt, apparently, in the BYB tonight. Ponchos are also encouraged as, again, the mist picks up, and we, again, keep our fingers crossed. We can stay out of the way of storms before the end of this one. Indy enjoying a 1-goal lead so far. Let's get to our USL Championship news and notes. Congratulations to Lou City. It was pretty much a formality for the last several weeks, but it is now official. They have won the Shield for each of the last 2 seasons, and they will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which of course start in 2 weeks. The team that will have the 1 seed out west is FC Tulsa, and it will be the first home playoff game in the history of the team. Great job by Luke Spencer. Again, Indy has played Tulsa well. Indy hopes to see them again. If they do, that would be the championship final coming up just before Thanksgiving. And Rubio Rubin just played for Guatemala in the last international window. And of course, Guatemala had a good showing in the Gold Cup this summer. And because the U.S., Canada, and Mexico already have guaranteed slots into the World Cup, there will be, I wouldn't say some debutantes, but could be some different nationalities representing CONCACAF in the World Cup this summer in the States. Rubio Rubin is one of the USL Championship players that could be playing next June and next July. Those are our news and notes as we have our look around the USL Championship. Again, we've talked about scores throughout the course of the broadcast. Let's continue it here. Charleston 1 and Detroit City 1. Again, a point for Detroit City doesn't lock up a berth, but gets them closer. Rhode Island 0, North Carolina 0. Rhode Island gets a point. Again, nothing is clinched for them yet. Tampa Bay has to win and get a lot of help. They beat Hartford 3-2. The other matches you see on your screen take place later tonight involving Eastern Conference teams. Mexico United plays Oakland on Sunday. They then turn and play host to Rhode Island on Friday. Frankly, Indy will be rooting for New Mexico United on Friday night to help the playoff cause for the Indy 11. News and notes and then championship scores. Have to provide that update to you at halftime. We'll take this quick time out. We will look ahead to next Saturday for the Indy 11 when they play Orange County. Exactly what will be at stake Well, we'll learn more in these next 45 minutes. So far, so good for the home team. Indy 11-1, Loudoun United 0. You're watching Indy 11 soccer on My Indy TV.
With more features to keep your account safe and secure. Northwest Bank is here for what's next.
Good dog.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water unique? It's our commitment to making our bottles from at least 50% recycled plastic. In fact, Crystal Geyser is the only beverage company in the U.S. to exclusively own and operate 2 plastic recycling facilities. And you can help us make an impact too by always remembering to recycle your bottles. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Simple, but not easy.
USL All Access on SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night. Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, we've got all the news around the championship.
This series is a dead heat. This is the one we've talked about since the end of May.
We'll recap weekly results, talk about player transactions, coaching tactics, and hey, maybe even a guest appearance by some interviews.
Who knows? SiriusXM FC every Tuesday night and the following day on the USL YouTube page and the SiriusXM app.
If there was a concession for towels, they'd go very well right now for the Indy 11. 1-0, they lead Loudoun United on a misty Saturday evening here in central Indiana. Well, Indy 11 knows they have to win tonight and win against Orange County next week to be a playoff team. And Orange County finds themselves in the exact same position that the Indy 11 are. Difference is for Orange County, they play at home each of the next 2 games. The bad news is they got Lou City coming tonight, but Lou City has clinched everything they can. Then it is the Indy 11 that they would play next Saturday night. Orange County is known to be a team that plays a lot of young players. We'll see exactly what they have to play for next Saturday night.
Yeah, it'll be a very interesting matchup, and hopefully Indy 11's put themselves in position to, have a game like that where they can find a way to put themselves into the playoffs, but Orange County is tough to beat at home.
Championship Stadium in Irvine, California will be decided again. There will be no local broadcast of that match here in Indianapolis. You got to go to ESPN Plus to catch that one. Again, the numbers strikingly identical in terms of those 2 teams. And again, when it says all stats entering the weekend, the table is a living organism. Right. And so with that, Orange County began the weekend in 7th. As the results stand right now, they're in 9th. But to be fair, their match is just ready to kick off again against the best team in the league in Lou City. Jason Wyrick, other members of the Brickyard Battalion standing by hoping half two looks like half number one. Our score at the break, Indy 11-1 and Loudoun United 0.
The main part of my job is definitely listening. People deserve transparency. I don't want the financial part to be something that stops or hinders a patient from having the health care that they need. I try to treat each person like they're my mom or my grandmother, my daughter, my husband. I want them to know that they are not just another phone call for us. And it's very rewarding to know that I can provide peace of mind.
Stand by me.
This is Paul. He loves running, music, and DIY home projects. In fact, he's remodeling his kitchen thanks to a home equity line of credit from Indiana Members Credit Union. They connected him with a loan officer, got him approved at a great low rate, and made it easy for him to make his monthly payment from anywhere thanks to IMCU's digital banking. Looks like Paul can do it all with a little help from IMCU.
Indy 11 fans, 2026 season tickets are officially on sale now.
The boys in blue! Cue the smoke early at the mic.
Lock in your seats for every goal, celebration, and unforgettable moment at the mic.
And Indy 11 defend home ground when they needed to.
Bring your friends, bring your family, and of course, bring your energy. The best atmosphere in Indy.
Time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis.
Don't miss out. Get your 2026 season tickets now.
Our team at Security Federal Savings Bank welcomes you to our newest location, our West Carmel branch on Michigan Road, here to serve you. All the services you expect from a premier bank, personal and business banking, wealth management, trust services, and much more. The Security Federal Savings Bank branch team offers the expertise and knowledge you want and expect. Security Federal Savings Bank, proud of our team and our newest West Carmel location.
Tonight's match is presented by Community Health Sports Medicine, exceptional care simply delivered, and by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. On a rainy night, I want to thank our production crew, the great job that they do every week. Don't have time to name everybody, but Seamus Kreider, Drew Hurst, Greg Sharton, Shea Goodpaster, and the rest of the group. Again, this is a difficult job when the weather is good. It is not the case this evening. These highlights look good from the Indy 11 perspective. 1-0, they have the lead. And again, how about that absolute dime? 50 yards down the pitch to Bruno Rendon. And Rendon, the presence of mind, sees the keeper is off his line and just chip it over him for his first goal in 7 months.
Just an opportunistic play by Rendon, and yes, he should celebrate that because that was just a fantastic heads-up play. Brilliant ball by Quinn.
And then, frankly, again, Loudoun has had the better of possession, but it has not been possession of the truly threatening kind. Been a pretty solid defensive half for the Indy 11.
The Indy 11's defense has been fantastic. Schaefer leading the charge back there with Afemu and Musa. They haven't given up any major shots. Salt has been great back there. He's been communicating. He's been steady. They've got great chemistry. So Indy 11's in good shape right now.
A couple of things to touch on from the first half. With the draw tonight, Rhode Island has clinched a playoff spot. So they would own the third tiebreaker with the Indy 11. So Rhode Island is in. The only team that Indy can catch this point is Detroit City, which means the 8 seed is the best that they can do. And the 10 assists now for Aiden Quinn, and now puts him tied for the league lead with Juan David Torres of the Charleston Battery and Hope Avayavu of the Phoenix Rising. So Aiden becomes the third player in the league this year to have 10 assists in championship play.
He might have another one in him tonight too, Greg.
Well, to that point, Indy has played some 1-0 games this year. I'm not sure this is going to end up being one of them. And this is where we point out, when these two teams got together 2 months ago, there were 5 goals scored in the second half.
Yeah, the second half was wide open. It just kind of exploded. Loudoun has yet to really get, Valo and Abukura involved. They didn't have much of a presence in the first half. See if Indy 11 can hold those guys at bay as well. Again, the second half, but they're super dangerous and they can explode and punish you at any time.
Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by Dormakaba. Dormakaba for every place that matters. And Lindley with the takedown of Awuwa. Restart from just before the midfield stripe coming here for Loudoun United. Feel a change in the temperature in the air after the first wave of rain came through. Expect another one, we hope, after this match has come to an end. Salt will call off Schaefer and he'll shave a few seconds off the clock here. Does so successfully as he makes Boudoir come chase him.
Again, great communication there between Schaefer and Salt. There's a really, really good connection tonight.
Stands right now, Loudoun would be the number 4 seed. That's with a week left to go. Now whistle against the Indy 11.
Loudoun has finished the way they finished the first half, Greg. They've started the second half. Dubois is high. Valo and Abakura sitting below him. Well, it'll be interesting too to see which coach goes to the bench first.
Valo. Quinn does just enough to nudge him out of the way. And Musa will hit a real estate ball halfway up the field. By the way, for what it's worth, Loudoun plays host to North Carolina next Saturday. Foul called against Turner. Quinn looking back post. Zielinski! If that would have gone, the caliber of assists that Aiden Quinn would have had tonight, even by his lofty standards, would have been stratospheric. Let's take a look.
I said it. He's got another one in him, and Zielinski in the far post just misses that far post. What a ball by Quinn. Are you kidding me? And to hit that one touch, it's such a hard ball, tough ball to hit. And we haven't talked about Zielinski as much tonight, but boy, he showed up there and could have really put a dagger in Loudoun. But Quinn, my goodness, I mean, he just continues to find ways to not only deliver but impress.
Here's a hit from distance that does not stay on target. Fans, Indy 11 Soccer is sponsored by Johnson Controls. Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission. And the lesson that you learn when you play with Aiden Quinn, if there is any way under the laws of physics that the ball can find its way to you, Aiden will get the ball to you in a position to attack.
Just brilliant. I mean, absolutely brilliant services. And have the vision. Now, it's not just the technical, striking of the ball and how he positions it and chips it and bends it, but to have that anticipation and vision of where that ball needs to go. Zielinski makes a great run to the far post, completely caught Jack, goalkeeper for Loudoun, totally off guard. Missed it by an inch. Quinn's just so fun to watch.
Cave hits the reset button here for Loudoun. And neither team has used a substitution just yet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which coach. Because in Indy 11 looks good. I mean, right now, I don't know that they make any changes.
Zielinski finds Lindley. Lindley all the way across to Blake. Blake creates more space to Quinn. Quinn's howitzer doesn't get through. In possession, much more balanced in this meeting from these two teams than it was at Segra Field back on August the 16th.
Love how Blake pivots to support Quinn. Lindley does the same thing. Their midfield, they're pivoting, shifting left, shifting right in total support of the outside midfielders. And they're for quick release, quick delivery.
Well, the midfield is so ridiculously talented for the Indy 11 that frankly it took some time for that group to figure out, okay, what are all of our roles going to be? How do we play off of each other?
And they've done it so well. They really have.
And don't forget that Cam Lindley really was playing kind of a bit role for this team until early June, and then once he entered the lineup, he never left it, which is not surprising knowing Cam.
I was kind of surprised that he wasn't in the lineup originally, coming off the bench.
That hit does take a turn off of a Loudoun player. And Murphy, who went bombs away from 30 yards, will walk his way to the corner flag for an Indy 11 corner kick.
I like it, though. Take the shot. We talked about earlier. Take the chances. Take the risks. Nothing wrong with this. Gets a good piece of it, goes off a Loudoun defender, and they get a corner out of it. Great play.
Murphy does have one goal in the season. That came against North Carolina back on July the 18th. Again, that's not necessarily his job. YB doing what they can to encourage a second Indy 11 goal.
I like Schaefer in there, too.
Bending ball in. Jack gets a hand to it. And again, Quinn's capable of that as well.
He had an opportunity there. Just hits it with the inside of his left foot and just kind of shanks it a little bit. But he had a quick look there. It's not an easy ball to hit one touch. Jack comes out, knocks the ball out, and there's Quinn. Just tried to. That would have been a beautiful, beautiful goal.
Hayden doesn't do easy on his goals. He's got 60 now career assists in the league. He's sitting on 57 career goals, has 3 in championship play for the Indy 11. He first got here a couple of years ago. He was the guy from the spot more often than not for Indy. That role has now become Jack Blake's. Here's an opportunity for Loudoun, and again takes a turn. Salt was up for the challenge. It will be a corner. That is the most difficult play that Salt has had to make this evening.
And it looked like Schaefer tracked it really well. It looked like it might have touched Schaefer a little bit and taken a deflection. So for Salt to really track that ball, even more impressive. It does go off of Schaefer. Just gets a touch on it, and that could be a really serious deflection going to the back of the net. And Salt reacted very well.
Ball sent in, flicked on. Good couple of touches by Loudoun. And now Lindley will be able to use Rendon's speed. Zielinski flying down the pitch, but Rendon opts to play for safety. Quinn never plays it safe. Puts it on Zielinski's boot.
That was 60 yards from Quinn on a dime to Zielinski.
I think he could take Ted Lasso at darts. I think that's how good the aim of Aiden Quinn is.
I like that they're getting Zielinski a little bit more involved.
Rendon, the rounding run. Ball finds its way to the back of the net. Goal for the Indy 11. Make it 2 for Indy.
Brilliant play. Opportunistic play. Williams and Rendon going for the ball. A little bit of a breakdown defensively for Loudoun. And Rendon makes them pay for it, and a huge insurance goal by Indy 11.
When you put in the work, the luck tends to find you. Rendon, the hustle. Ball goes right to him, and no need to play it to a teammate. Rendon had 1 goal on the season. Well, he has tripled that total tonight. Bruno with the brace, and Indy positioning at all 3 points against still a lot of time left to go in minute number 55.
Well, they've earned that. They've earned that goal. They've played well enough to put the ball in the back of the net, and Rendon, he had time there. He had time for 2 touches inside and around the 6, which is really unusual. Loudoun just missed him, and Jack tried to come out and cut the angle off, just couldn't do it, and what a beautiful finish by Rendon.
Community Health Sports Medicine is the official sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
They're in really good shape right now, Indy 11. I mean, it would be a complete meltdown for them to give this up at home. Lots of things can happen, but they've played a solid game. They've defensively played solid. They've been disciplined. The midfield is transitioning well. They're taking advantage of opportunities. They're taking chances. They look good.
Indy 11 Soccer brought to you by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies while driving results to your bottom line. increasing productivity and reducing labor costs.
Loudoun, you're going to see Abakura get more involved in the attack. They're going to push him a little higher, trying to find his feet.
Could have a couple of substitutions heading towards the fourth official for Loudoun momentarily. Blake, a rare bobble with the ball at his feet. We'll play the advantage here. That would have been a foul on Blake. They may come back and offer a booking on that. Valo could not find his intended target. Lindley opts for possession. Zielinski up to the challenge. Again, Zielinski by nature is a right back. They have him playing a bit more of a wing position in this alignment. We have seen that Sean McCauley's team has been all about positional flexibility this year. Again, Quinn with the smoke on a misty night hovering above the Brickyard Battalion. Rendon deemed to be in an offside position.
I like Zielinski outside of the midfield. He's got space, he's got the speed, he has the presence of mind to understand when to make those runs, when to transition. He's got the ability to track. So I think he's been really effective at outside midfield. You're right, Greg. He's more of an outside back, but he's been really effective the outside midfield for Indy 11.
I have jokingly called Sean McCauley's team sometimes this year just kind of CYO soccer. I know what my best 11 players are. We'll figure out the formation. Formation, that's for the squares. We're just going to put our best 11 players out and figure it out.
Throw them out there and let them go. But they've been in rhythm tonight. They've connected well. They've done a great job with possession. And they've taken advantage of two opportunities and they've buried it. When they haven't done that in the past, it's nice to see them do that tonight.
A couple of players await by the fourth official, both of the attacking variety. Kimi Ordonez and Zach Ryan. He waved on right now. All of our substitutions are brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. The veteran Pedro Santos will be coming off here. Badois also will exit. Ryan, 5 goals and 3 assists. Ordonez was added at midseason. He is originally from Cincinnati, but Ordonez, much like Rubio Rubin, we pointed out at halftime, has played for the Guatemala national team. Ordonez was actually playing in Moldova. He was brought back to the States by Loudoun earlier this summer. Ordonez has had some time with FC Cincinnati at the Major League Soccer level as well. Good job to dig in here by the Indy 11. They could not claim possession of that ball.
Loudoun, when they play more of a slow build-up and a possession type game, they're very effective. They haven't been able to do that tonight.
Bit of a giveaway here. Awua. Ordonez, first couple of touches, he scored pretty much upon entry into the match against the Indy 11 back in August the 16th and earns a corner here.
Soccer, Greg, we always talk about 2-0 as one of the most dangerous scores, or the most dangerous score. It can change in a heartbeat. There's lots of time, lots of things can happen. Indy 11 does not need to get complacent here. They got to get more disciplined to maintain that 2-goal lead.
Salt on a wet night, and I want to take a chance of catching that one and have it slide off his hands. He went with a punch. Zielinski, and now the break could be on for the Indy 11. Great ball by Murphy to find Blake. Again, Rendon. Spot on by Blake. Rendon. And Lindley will go to ground and will draw the foul. Let's thank our friends at IMCU. Show your Indy 11 pride. Get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com today. And Cam Lindley has always been wise beyond his years. He kind of felt that the best opportunity for the Indy 11 was to draw that foul, which is exactly what he did.
Did a great job. Shielded the ball well, took the foul. If I'm Indy 11, I'm shooting this ball. Guys in the far post, crashing net, Jack in the goals had some, questionable decisions back there tonight. Hasn't been real solid.
This is just his second league match, and his first was last Saturday because of the injury to Hugo Farouk.
Like to see Quinn take this shot. Rush the net.
First, some instructions from our match referee in terms of how the alignment should go for the Indy 11 on this free kick. Brandon Stevens, our referee tonight. Quinn off the wall.
Right idea.
And a second deflection. But Salt says, no worries, I've got it. Abukora, though, pressures him. Good work by Abukora. Contact not once, not twice, but 3 times at least to turn possession back over to Loudoun United.
Loudoun's got to get Abukora and Valo a little bit more involved. Skundrich in the midfield.
Indy can tend to allow possession along the back line here.
Ordonez, who just came in, can have an instant impact as well, as you mentioned, Greg.
That ball will not do Loudoun much in the way of good.
Yeah, that was a waste of ball right there. I mean, that's just not a ball that's going to have any type of an effect, any type of a benefit. Got to get the ball outside, serve it in. Playing long down the middle against Indy 11 tonight is not going to work, especially if it's in the air. You've got to get that ball on the ground, play to feet. Go back to their style of play with possession, changing the point of attack a little bit. They haven't been able to do that as well tonight, and thus they haven't put one in the back of the net. Still lots of time.
I want to thank our friends at Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered. These last win, their last home match 3 weeks ago against FC Tulsa. That was of the 2-1 variety. Quinn digs in and shows he's got some defensive skills. Go with all that prowess in the passing game too.
He tracks back so well, Quinn. I mean, he doesn't, he's such a two-way player, Greg. He's delivering beautiful balls and creating opportunities, but people can't underestimate what he does defensively and tracking back, and you see it right there. He's a true two-way player.
Danny's a coach's kid. His dad is still the head coach at the University of San Diego.
Yeah, he's just comes from great bloodline, and his dad Brian. I mean, my goodness.
Remember the U.S. men's national team? And Aiden was great when he was on with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr a handful of weeks ago. He was the guest on Sirius, or USL Championship All Access on Sirius XM FC 157. Said his goal is to play 1, 2, 3 more years, but he wants to be a coach at the professional level, and that is not stunning news at all.
No,
he's been a coach on the field for so long.
He'll be brilliant. He'll be brilliant from day one. Anybody would be lucky to have him.
I would imagine the Indy 11 might take the tact of kind of like when Ioze said, I think I'm done playing. The immediate ask was, well, would you like to be on our coaching staff?
Yeah.
I would think Aiden might get a similar conversation again whenever he is ready to make that transition.
He'd be welcome instantly. His knowledge, his experience.
Derby moment here, edge of the 18. Trying to find a window. Then again, that takes a couple of turns and finds its way in. That deflected not once but twice, and it's back to a 1-goal deficit with, again, there's a lot of time left to go in this match.
And that was Abukora, who was with that footwork. You see how quick his feet are through Indy 11's defense, just off just a bit. And that's why you shoot the ball. You get a deflection like that, and very opportune. Look at Abukora here with his quick feet. Nice play back. Gets 2 touches. Salt had no chance on that. Nice goal by Loudoun. Created that opportunity, the best opportunity they've had. Unfortunately, went off of Indy 11 defender for an own goal. Like we said, at 2-0 score.
Drew Skundrich, maybe known as a pinball wizard, played that off of 2 different Indy 11 defenders.
Very rare to see. But Loudoun's back on it.
The This one not done yet.
Now there's good 30 minutes left.
Again, a point does Indy no good. A point effectively ends the Indy 11 season. Make no mistake, Indy has played well tonight. Akinyode just got there in time.
Loudoun's starting to press here. Doing a better job of that possession.
Abukora, no traffic in front of Salt to give him much bother there. And obviously there's nothing that Salt could have done on that last goal, given the way that ball pinged around both the 6 and the 18.
No, he was tracking it to his right, and it deflected to his left. He had no chance, and the ball had enough pace and enough speed on it that he just couldn't recover from it.
Your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer today for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. Elvis Amo has the kit on. I think he'll be the first set of fresh legs to come on for the Indy 11. You would assume that was probably in the Romario Williams role. Zielinski just kind of lost track of Abukora for a second, and that could be lethal for Indy. Ofemu was there. Abukora never really could get it settled on his feet.
Yeah, but you see how quick that transition is, Greg. That's not the guy you want to leave alone. They got a little bit lucky there, but they lost track of him, and well, he can do some real damage. And that goal that Loudoun just scored, it wasn't pretty, but on the scoreboard it doesn't give descriptions, right? It's 2-1. Doesn't say 2-1 ugly goal or 1 bad goal. It just is 2-1, so you take it.
Could be a trio of substitutions coming on for the Indy 11. Frankly, players in both directions went flying, and simply a wag of the finger from our referee said, nope, nothing either way. Indy will take that trade. But Josh O'Brien, Elvis Amo, and Hayden White all having a conversation with Andy Swift on the Indy 11 bench as we speak. Sports Match is brought to us by the Denny Companies. The Denny Companies, tearing down the past so you can build the future. Player down for Loudoun. Deemed that Cam Lindley stepped on the foot of McCabe. That's the reason for the whistle.
Lindley questioning that call.
Two substitutions already into the contest for Loudoun. Indy's about to have some subs join them.
It's a good move by Coach McCauley. Get some fresh legs in here, usually around the 65th, 70th minute. That's when we generally see him make some changes.
Weather conditions dictate you can do that later tonight. And it's warm, but warm by October 18th standards, not warm in terms of the overall pace of the season. Abukora. Skundrich slides it through. Ordonez. Awuwa. Good job by Murphy just to clear some space.
U11 doing a good job pressuring. Loudoun's moving the ball a little quicker here. You see they're playing ball to feet. They're playing more short passing game. That's their style, and that's where they can hurt you.
And then Murphy takes a tumble, and that will be a yellow shown to Awuwa. Zielinski not necessarily happy with Awuwa, but Awuwa just simply offering his hand, saying, hey, my apologies.
Yeah.
Nothing intentional there,
nope.
Just as Murphy was at full strike mode to clear it. Awuwa's leg didn't offer much give.
Good little sportsmanship there from Awuwa, but nonetheless, when you're down and you're hurting, you're not looking for an apology.
Well, that's going to be the last action for Murphy regardless. Josh O'Brien will come in for him. As expected, Elvis Amo will come on for Romario Williams. And Joey Zielinski's night is done as Hayden White will come on to replace him. And I would expect White would drop back and now make it a back four for the Indy 11. All of our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. Joey Zielinski was largely brought on into this roster from St. Louis because Hayden White got hurt.
Right.
And when Hayden has returned, he has basically become kind of a 20-minute-a-game player. Veteran from England.
Zielinski's done such a nice job. Tough for Coach McCauley to take him off the field. White will be on the outside midfield, but he's going to play a bit of a defensive role, like you said, Greg. Maybe not quite 4 in the back, but he's going to be a little bit more defensive-minded.
Player down inside of the 6. Some serious holding of the jersey, and nothing comes of it.
Rendon just got taken down inside the box. I'm not sure how the referee or the assistant ref did not see that.
That will be off the Indy 11 play.
You hear the screams, and rightly so. He's got his jersey, look at him there, and he just pulls him down, just throws him down.
And again, you say, hey, not sure the referee of the air didn't see it. Again, referee's watching the ball. That's got to come from the AR, and often you're not going to get that call on a penalty from the AR 20, 30 yards away. Musa with the touch.
Yeah, if the referee had seen that, it could have clearly been a penalty.
2 subs left for the Indy 11. 3 remain for Loudoun United. They're all about to come on, including the former Indy 11 man, Robbie Dambrot. Making his way to our 4th official. Flag goes up. Almo was in a offside position. Amari Glasgow and Patrick Nyman also will make his way to the 4th official.
I think it's smart for Loudoun. Get some fresh legs in there and try to get that equalizer.
Moses Nyman, my apologies. Coming on here for Loudoun. White, Turf Monster nearly got him. O'Brien's ball in. Turf Monster did get Jack Blake.
It's tough out there. I mean, the footing is really, really challenging.
And that would seem to be a clean tackle. The rain has largely stopped for now, but there's more potentially on the way, we hope, after the conclusion of 90 minutes. Bricker Battalion in full song, even if not a full BYB tonight. Ordonez fires away, and again that takes a turn, but that time does not get through. Great turn by Amo. Even better to pull that back from Keegan Tingy. Advantage is being played here for the Indy 11.
Lindley's on the far post calling for that ball. Just couldn't find him.
Yeah, Blake couldn't get it through. Pressure being applied, though, by Rendon. He's played certainly a full game tonight. His first brace as a member of the Indy 11. For last year's League One Defender of the Year, but who was a goal-scoring machine for Northern Colorado. Rendon showcasing his skill here.
Nice combination play by Indy 11.
And Akinyode does play that off of Cam Lindley for a throw incoming, and that will allow the wave of substitutions to enter for Loudoun United. So Moses Nyman coming on for Drew Skundrich. Turner will exit in place of Robbie Dambrot. So Amari Glasgow will come on, and Abukura's night is done. Our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. Always good to see former Indy 11 players doing well, and that is the case for Robbie Dambrot with Loudoun United. 7 years in the championship for Robbie. 5 of them have been spent with Loudoun. He'll enjoy his second playoff appearance as a pro when Loudoun plays in the postseason for the first time 2 weeks from now. Appeared in 38 matches with the Indy 11 over 2 seasons in Robbie. Scored 3 goals for the team. One of 2 former Indy 11 men that play for Loudoun. Ben Mines is the other. He was not on the 18 for Coach Martin tonight. First touch for Dambrot here. All the way a little further back here for Loudoun United. Dambrot looks to make the turn, and Lindley has him covered. And Hunter Solt will sweep this back to midfield, and Akinyode playing through Elvizamo and then some.
Akinyode's had a great game. He's done such a nice job back there tonight. That was a little reckless.
Amo will get checked, and
I mean, it might be a little frustration here, but clearly he's got his hands on his back before he even gets to the ball. Leaps right through him. Like I said, Akinyode's really had a nice game tonight.
Edward Chisholm about to come on here for the Indy 11. You would assume that would be in place of Bruno Rendon.
Yeah, Rendon's kind of limping a little bit or cramping up.
He's done enough for you at this point, given the effort he has put in.
He's had a great game. Two nice goals.
Our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. Well, just reminder, fans, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Charleston Battery take on Birmingham Legion next Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time on 2DN. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Lindley. One more sub available for the Indy 11. Loudoun has used their full complement of subs at this point. Good hustle by Lindley. Who got there last? The answer is Robbie Dambrot.
Great effort by Lindley to challenge for that ball. You're kind of running sideways and going backwards on a lofted ball with a defender on you, so it takes a lot of guts to go for that ball.
Hayden White digs in. Good looking ball, got all the way through the 18 and touched by Quinn. I think that surprised him, that ball got to him in the fashion in which it did.
Yeah, it showed up pretty quick on Quinn. He just couldn't get a handle on it. Tried to make something out of it, just couldn't. It jammed him.
Point is certainly a good thing for Loudoun. It is not for the Indy 11. It has to be 3. If not, their chances being a playoff team for a third consecutive year come to an end. Musa. Can Quinn get to that before it gets into touch? The answer is yes. Blake able to maintain possession for a moment. And a chance to reset here.
Building up out of the back. We talked about it earlier in the broadcast. For Loudoun, that's their strength. Playing to feet, playing possession.
Amo. Touch last by Loudoun. It was a win against Loudoun last October in Northern Virginia. They didn't officially make the Indy 11 a playoff team, but really cemented their playoff berth. They would make it all the way to the number 4 seed last year, losing to Rhode Island in the opening round. Good touch by Lindley. Chizza has a hit, didn't get through. Follow up from Blake, could not get there in time.
Nice defensive play by Loudoun.
Chizza, White, and White stumbles on top of that one. Indy in retreat mode. Valo has a hit that doesn't get through. Awuwa. And Schaefer, as he has been so often, and that is a foul.
I mean, he had his jersey while the ball was in flight.
You know, I am something of a professional wrestling fan. That was a chicken wing that was about to go to an abdominal stretch if that was not going to be whistled there.
It was absolutely clear. I mean, just a takedown.
Keep going, bud. Keep going,
This portion of the match brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments, construction, management, and investments.
The kind of plays that make it easy for the referee. No-brainer calls.
And obviously for Indy, you can take about 20, 30 seconds off the clock in this scenario.
Yeah, you want to do a little time management, clock management. Absolutely.
Given the results tonight, Indy knows that they cannot catch Rhode Island. So the best seeding Indy can be is the 8th. They have to catch Detroit next week.
They've got to really stay disciplined here in the next 10 to 12, 15 minutes. And I like White on the outside here. He's dropped back a little bit.
Switch to the attack here by Loudoun.
To the ball! Back in shape, right!
McCabe. Trying to widen things a bit here for Loudoun to find some more room to penetrate this Indy defense. Good thrown by Ordonez.
Ordonez is dangerous.
Ordonez weaving his way through the 18, just couldn't put that back on his foot. Your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Ford dealer for great deals on your favorite Ford vehicle. We will go back to the other end of the pitch. There is a Loudoun player down behind the play. And they're missing some key pieces. Hugo Farou, Giannis Lehman, both dealing with injuries.
Both teams have put out really, really strong efforts, and you see both coaches going to the bench to give some relief and get some fresh legs. It's been a good pace game. High energy, good chances, good transitions.
Updating the standings as they would be today. Again, we knew going in that Lou City would be the 1, Charleston would be the 2. Currently, Hartford sits in the 3 position. They have not played a playoff game in 5 years. Pittsburgh is the 4. Loudoun 5, North Carolina 6, Rhode Island 7. Detroit City in the 8th position. Indy a point behind Detroit. And again, Indy must pass Detroit. Detroit owns the tiebreaker. Detroit and Indy played to a 2-2 draw here in early May, and then Detroit on an own goal beat the Indy 11 1-0 on August the 9th. Ball played back to Hunter Salt, and Salt will try to take this as far away from civilization as he can. Makes Ordonez come chasing. While the rest of his teammates at the other end of the pitch. Now Salt will send the ball in their direction.
Well struck.
Chisholm. Chisholm will start a campfire on a cooler evening.
Didn't like that call. Thought he got the corner out of it. Tough to see from this angle who touched it last.
It will be a throw. All right, Glasgow on loan from Chicago Fire. Credit Loudoun. They went out and made some acquisitions late in the summer. When they were trying to boost that chance for a first ever playoff berth. And if you're a fan of the ball doesn't lie, Loudoun then frankly gives it away and gives a corner to the Indy 11.
I'm not sure what the thought there was, but that was throwing with a one touch over their own end line. Not the smartest choice. Gives Indy 11 another opportunity.
Corner number 4 of the match for the Indy 11. This is Cam Lindley heading to the corner flag this time. Lindley's service looking back post, and Jack a bobble. Blake.
Great effort by Blake. Well, you see Jack in the goal, he's just struggling. You know, that's a pretty routine ball that he had trouble handling. So makes sense for Indy 11 to keep that pressure on him because he's made some mistakes. Great effort by Blake.
He has to defend 5+ minutes to keep their playoff hopes alive. McCabe struggling behind the play. Again, Loudoun is out of subs. They have used their full complement of 5. They'll have to soldier on. A throw-in coming for the Indy 11. Trying to split their season series here with Loudoun United. Here is Blake's attempted glory from the edge of the 18.
Really tough. I mean, just the athletic effort is unbelievable. Really tough ball to hit. Hits it up a little bit higher than he wanted to, but the decision and the effort, you know, we talked about taking chances. That was a good one. Loudoun has a tough time getting their top guys, like Vallo, involved. You got Ordonez sitting up high now, but he's double teamed. It's going to be tough for him to penetrate Indy's defense the way they played tonight.
Throwing coming here for the Indy 11. In a reminder, we will not have a local broadcast of next week's road match at Orange County, given the late hour of the start, a 10 o'clock Eastern time beginning. And if this score holds, it simply comes down to if Tampa were to beat Detroit and Indy were to beat Orange County, it'd be a playoff team. Frankly, even if Detroit drew Tampa Bay and Indy won, they would get in.
There's hope.
Lindley is deemed to be touched last by Hayden White.
They don't have time to argue with the referee. They've got to play. They're not going to slow this ball down. So no point in arguing. Just get back in the game, get focused.
Over case. Keep going, case.
Referees don't change their mind after they make calls. So arguing with them is usually a waste of time.
Schaefer sends this one to the camera position above us.
It was like an Otani ball last night. Out of the park.
Looking for the best deal in town? Check out the all-new Pabst Blue Ribbon Deck next time you're at Carroll Stadium and enjoy $3 PBRs all game long. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com or the Indy 11 box office. Day of game, Pabst Blue Ribbon, because you deserve a blue ribbon. Well timed by O'Brien. And O'Brien knocks it forward to Amo. Will leave a lot of players behind the ball here. Possession certainly good enough for the Indy 11. Lindley trying to weave his way to the corner flag. Amo sends it through and just skipped over the boot of Jack Blake.
Great ball.
And now Quinn can redirect. O'Brien left foot. Carried away by Ryan. Jack not done yet. Blake. That was Shiza. Could not keep it on frame.
Nice play by Indy 11. Great build-up. Create that opportunity. Nice save by Jack there in the back. Goal.
Start to glance toward the fourth official and see exactly how much time is remaining.
Guessing 3 or 4.
We've seen 2 goals in the second half. We've seen 4 substitution windows used. Lindley. That's going to be called a foul. And obviously now you are in go-for-goal territory at the edge of the 18.
Yeah, this is a ball you shoot. They can play it off if you got a guy running on the outside of the wall. Little trickery play, but
5 minutes of additional time. 5 minutes left to go for the Indy 11 to fend off Loudoun United.
If I'm Loudoun, I'm shooting this ball and crashing the goal. Salt's got the defense and the wall set up really well. Great communication.
Good look from behind the play here. Glasgow to the left of the ball. Omari has the hit, and Salt uses every bit of that 6-7 frame, and my eyes were immediately to Bolo Akinyode that put both of his hands on his head. Realizing Glasgow hit that perfectly.
A nice strike. That's going in the upper corner, and Salt just reads it perfectly and just throws his body and hands at it and clears it away. Nice opportunity.
1 minute down and 4 to go.
Next one!
Musa. Got that throw in first. Left foot that Salt again couldn't take a chance on. Steers it wide. Corner kick coming for Loudoun United.
Loudoun's pouring it on right now.
Nothing has come easy for the Indy 11 this season, so why would these last 5 minutes be any different?
You're welcome!
Great save by Salt there a minute ago. Goodness.
Just trying to keep their chances alive. Ball gets through, left foot, not on target. Maybe a bit of a let off there for the Indy 11. McCabe couldn't keep it on target.
Yeah, McCabe had a nice look at it. Just caught it on the outside of his left foot. You watch it here. He just clips it with the outside of his left and just kind of slices it, tries to get it off the half volley. Really challenging ball to hit, but he knew he could do better with that. He was disappointed with the outcome.
All the way to the other end of the park. Just a wisely let up on that one. No need to potentially draw a whistle. Lindley, did he play that off the player from Loudoun? Yes, he did. Every stoppage, you take 10, 15 seconds off the clock when you do that. White already being told by the fourth official, hey, keep it snappy. He'll throw that as close to the corner flag as he can. Amo trying to hold up some space and makes a beeline for the corner flag. That will be a goal kick. 2 minutes at least left in this match. And Loudoun knows there'll be a playoff team. They are playing for seeding. Indy playing to keep their season alive, going to match number 30 of the championship season. Dambrot. Ball never gets to him. Nyman.
Indy's got to press the ball here.
Quinn. Chizza buzzing around O'Brien. How about that turn to find Chizza? But the ball does cross the plane and trickle in a touch.
Loudoun's pressing hard. They're looking for that equalizer for sure. They're not resting on the fact that they're already through.
Dambrot working against Hayden White. Lindley step for step with Awuah. Lindley digs in, goes shoulder to shoulder. Ball swept sideways by White. We're down to less than 60 seconds left to go on this one. White gets in the way. Make that Amo, excuse me. Good looking ball by McCabe, but Schaefer using all of that 6-3 frame. It will be a corner, and everybody will come forward now for Loudoun United.
And the 11 need all 11 guys back.
They like to play it short and play it quick, do Loudoun. Trying to get the cross away from the 18, never happens. That ball hit to midfield. Jack will hustle forward. In the sands of the hourglass, flying through a little faster now. Good looking ball here. Cross trickles all the way through. O'Brien sweeps it, and that's that. No further action required. The Indy 11. They are not a playoff team yet, but they still have a heartbeat. After 90-plus minutes in Indianapolis and rain delayed 2 hours, our final score this evening, the Indy 11 2 and Loudoun United 1. A brace for Bruno Rendon. A 60th career assist for Aiden Quinn, second most in the history of the championship. It adds up to Indy will play for their playoff spot next week in Southern California. Post-match coverage comes your way next on My Indy TV and ESPN+.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they're in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
It's very true that it takes a village to raise a child. And when it comes to my healthcare village at Community Health Network, it's all nestled right in my phone. Accessing healthcare is the ability to be connected with your provider and ask a question when you need it. I feel like when I'm meeting with a community nurse practitioner or doctor, they're tuned in to what is going on with me and the way that they can serve me best.
Stand by me. Find it. Try it. Paint it. Love it. Find it, try it, paint it, 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 love it, love it, love it, love it.
Well, on a night where the Indy 11 had to have it, that's exactly how it played out. A brace by Bruno Rendon, and then hung on to a one-goal lead for the final 25 minutes of the match. So now the math is simple for the Indy 11. Detroit cannot win against Tampa Bay next week. Indy has to win in Orange County. If that is the case, they're a playoff team for a third consecutive year. Our Securing the Win moment is brought to us by Allegiant. Brad Stevens liked to say the game rewards toughness. Well, there, the game rewarded effort. Rendon makes the run. Rendon slots it home. He scores them both tonight for the Indy 11, and that one delivered all 3 points.
No, he had a great game and 2 opportunistic plays and buried both of them, and well-deserved from Rendon.
You like to see the fans being rewarded, those that were able to brave the conditions and the 2-hour weather delay, and they get to see a winner in this final home match of the season. Again, Indy 11-2 and Loudoun United 1. Post-match coverage comes your way next. Thanks for joining us tonight and all season long for Indy 11 Soccer on My Indy TV 23 and ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Indy 11 fans, 2026 season tickets are officially on sale now.
The boys in blue! Cue the smoke early at the mic.
Lock in your seats for every goal, celebration, and unforgettable moment at the mic.
And Indy 11 defend home ground when they needed to.
Bring your friends, bring your family, and of course, bring your energy. The best atmosphere in Indy.
Time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis.
Don't miss out. Get your 2026 season tickets now.
Imagine a health insurance company that could look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals and help its members find what they need to actually live healthier lives, like a stable job, dependable transportation, or a safe place to live. Well, that health insurance company is not only real, but making a real difference right now. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Our team at Security Federal Savings Bank welcomes you to our newest location, our West Carmel branch on Michigan Road, here to serve you. All the services you expect from a premier bank, personal and business banking, wealth management, trust services, and much more. The Security Federal Savings Bank branch team offers the expertise and knowledge you want and expect. Security Federal Savings Bank, proud of our team and our newest West Carmel location.
It is now time to begin the Desnuda Tequila postgame show. Desnuda, 100% organic tequila, how real tequila tastes. Greg Rakestraw, Dan Capsalis with you. Player interviews about to commence in a matter of moments, but first it is time for our shot of the game, which is also brought to us by Desnuda Tequila. Again, the service sublime from Aiden Quinn, who is standing by. The finish every bit as good from Bruno Rendon, who chips the keeper. That coming appropriately in the 11th minute for the Indy 11. As they hold on to win this one by a score of 2-1. Again, Desnuda, 100% organic tequila. How real tequila tastes. While others circle the Brickyard Battalion, Aiden Quinn is standing by with us. I know the 3 points are what's most important to you, but you just became the second player in the history of the USL Championship with 60 career assists. Congratulations. And you just set the single season assist record for the Indy 11 with your 10th. Now, again, I know you're going to say the 3 points are most important, and I agree, but congratulations on those individual accolades as well.
Yeah, thank you. But, yeah, of course, obviously the win keeps us in it, so hopefully it gives us a bit more life next week and see what happens.
Well, frankly, again, at this end of the season, you care more about the result than overall how you play, but I think both things were good tonight. It took a good effort to beat a team like Loudoun. Overall, your thoughts about you and your teammates' performance?
Yeah, Loudoun's a very good team. Obviously, they're a playoff team this year. I think we played well. I think defensively we were very good. Their goal came off a big deflection, and we finished our chances. I think we can also score a few more. So I thought tonight was a good performance and at the right time. So if we can carry that into next week in Orange County, we'll gives ourselves another shot.
Yeah, Aiden, you guys had a great game tonight all the way around. I thought your performance was special. Just to watch you play, you're so fun to watch. I mean, it's just a true professional. Going into Orange County now, the mindset, you have to pull that one off. As you're a leader of this team, what are you telling your guys in the locker room?
Yeah, I think we all know we have a pretty experienced team. We know obviously our playoff lives come down to this one. Orange County's a tough place to play. I know that place pretty well, and they've done really well at home this year. I don't know how the result went tonight for them, but they're going to be tough, and they're probably going to have to win to get into playoffs as well. So it's going to be a battle. It's pretty much a playoff game next week, so we'll see how we do. But I think we'll prepare well this week, recover, and get after it.
We've seen a lot of world-class assists from you, but the pass you made for Bruno's first goal was literally 60 yards spot on. Put him in the proper position. Take us through what you saw on that one.
Yeah, I think we just won the ball, and then obviously having Bruno Rendon up there, you always have an option, an outlet in behind. He's so fast, strong, and powerful. So I knew I kind of looked up, I saw him, so just kind of put the ball in behind, and he kind of did the rest. It was a special finish from him. So congrats to him. He had a great game. 2 goals is unbelievable.
You've got a little one to check on, and we've got Storms to beat. We'll let you go. Get off your feet. Good luck in Southern California next Saturday night.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Aiden Quinn, again, kind enough to join us, and Bruno Rendon will be joining us just in a matter of moments. First time for our Schleg lockdown play of the game, and again, the lockdown play was Hunter Salt on the save, and yes, it was that save that keep the Indy 11's playoff hopes alive going to the final week of the season.
Yeah, Salt came up huge there. That ball was bending in, and just a perfect read on it, and just got his hands on it to pair it away.
Well, not the first time that Bruno Rendon has joined us in the postgame show, but it is the first time he has joined us after a brace. Goals 2 and 3 for his season with the Indy 11. He joins us now. Bruno, congratulations. You picked a good time to have a great night. How you feeling after this one?
Man, what can I say? I'm so happy, so excited for score my first brace with the team. So, yeah, so excited.
All right, you just heard us talking to Aiden about the pass. Tell us what you saw on that first goal you scored tonight.
Oh, man, like we always do on the training ground. Queenie get the ball on the sideline, and I just made the run between the defenders, and he always find me. And that was unbelievable ball.
What is it like to play with a player that you know, seemingly given in any scenario, he'll find a way to get you the ball in stride? What is that feeling like?
Oh, man, I have nothing to say because having those players in the team it's a great, it's great, yeah.
I thought you guys had a great game tonight, Bruno, and obviously you had a fantastic game. Going into next week against Orange County, how do you bottle this up? I thought you guys dominated this game. Loudoun came on at the end a little bit there, but you got the win. What do you got to do to go into Orange County next week?
Just keep preparing myself so we can go over there and win and trying to make the playoffs. That's the point.
What has this transition been like for you? What is the step up from League One the last couple of years to the championship? Just your thoughts on how it's gone for you so far this year.
I mean, Obviously, I didn't start very good my first season on the championship, but I think I've been putting myself in so I can get better. So yeah, I hope for the next season I can do better for the team and keep doing more stuff.
We didn't ask this question to Aiden Quinn, but fun thing before we let you go, you guys, get here to the stadium 3 hours before the match starts. All of a sudden they tell you, hey, you're going to have to wait for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
What is that like as a player to go through that?
I mean, thanks for one of my teammates. I was on my way here, and he called me, hey, you see them text message on the WhatsApp? I'm like, no. And yeah, and they say, oh, no, 7:25, we have to be on the field. I'm like, okay, perfect. But yeah.
So lesson, kids, always check your WhatsApp.
Yeah, always check it. Always check your WhatsApp.
Well, what was up tonight was you scoring a brace. Congratulations, Bruno. Go enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Bruno Rendon kind of to join us again, his first brace with the Indy 11. Frankly, it was his first goal for the team since March 15th. We'll take a quick break. Head coach Sean McCauley will join us next. A very happy post-game show in Indianapolis. The playoff hope still alive for the Indy 11 going to the final day of the season.
Our team at Security Federal Savings Bank welcomes you to our newest location, our West Carmel branch on Michigan Road, here to serve you. All the services you expect from a premier bank, personal and business banking, wealth management, trust services, and much more. The Security Federal Savings Bank branch team offers the expertise and knowledge you want and expect. Security Federal Savings Bank, proud of our team and our newest West Carmel location.
Imagine a health insurance company that could look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals and help its members find what they need to actually live healthier lives, like a stable job, dependable transportation, or a safe place to live. Well, that health insurance company is not only real, but making a real difference right now. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
It's great to win against an MLS team, but we'll do that any Wednesday, any Saturday.
It's our house. No one comes into our house and beats us.
If you're against us, it's not going to be good for you. But if you're with us, it's the greatest day you ever had.
The Kings of Chaos strike again.
They create such a loud environment, flags waving, chants.
When the team plays, it's like we're going into battle with them. It's always sort of that New Mexico underdog story just waiting to happen.
We continue on the Desnuda Tequila post-game show, and shots all around for the Indy 11. A 2-1 win against Loudoun United. The playoff hopes continue for the boys in blue, and a happy head coach, and Sean McCauley joins us now. We had the abacus out. We were counting fingers and toes during the break. The playoff math is very simple. You win, and Detroit loses or draws next week. You're a playoff team. Just your thoughts about the work you put in to put yourself in that scenario tonight.
I think we've done incredibly well tonight. Against a good team. We knew it was going to be tough, but we toughed it out with them, and we competed and we battled and we, went for the win right from the first minute. Obviously, at the end there, when they get the goal back, it's a lucky goal for them, and I just felt as if we just needed to stand up and be strong, and the result's the most important thing, so I'm really pleased.
Well, your thoughts about Bruno Rendon getting the brace? We've kind of seen flashes from Bruno at times. I think back to a couple of assists he had in a big win this summer. But for him to find the back of the net twice, what does that mean for him tonight?
Well, he's obviously going to go to work on Monday morning really confident, and so he should be. I thought his all-round performance was really good today, and what we've seen in training this week with the functional work that we do, it looked pretty good with the partnership of Bruno and Romario. And then I must pay credit to the other two that came on, because I thought they came on and gave us a lift, Eddie and Elvis. So all four of them strikers are working really, really well. Bruno's got the goals tonight, but, we've just got to now take it for one more game.
Yeah, defensively too, Coach. I agree. I think the whole team just had a great performance tonight. Guys coming off the bench. I mean, you got a solid effort from everybody, which is what you needed. Thought your defense, with Ofemu and Schaefer and Musa connecting and communicating with Salt was really solid tonight.
Yeah, I thought the exact same thing, and you know, they took a gamble. We took a gamble of, you know, being really aggressive and playing 1 versus 1 at the back, because we knew that they move a lot in terms of that middle third and they want to keep a lot of the ball. So we said to the back three, you know, if your guy marking drops into an area, drops into midfield, then you can go with him and go tight. If he goes into an area where it can be picked up by Jack, Cam or Murph, then, you know, communicate and balance off. And I thought the organisation of the back three and the midfield three was really good. And, you know, I thought everybody played the part, obviously, but I think that is very much the key to the game was how we defended and communicated with each other.
Sean, I could ask you a question about Aiden Quinn like every post-game show. Tonight he made like 3 passes that totaled like 170 yards that were absolutely spot on. He now leads the league in assists. He now has 60 for his career. He now has set a single-season Indy 11 record with 10 during the course of this campaign. Your thoughts about his performances tonight and all 2 years he's been playing for you?
It was really good putting him at wing back, wasn't
it? Necessity is the mother of invention, right?
Yeah,
you kind of have to do that at times, right?
It was all planned. I'm really pleased. It was all planned. No, great attitude, great character. Wants to win, which is proving he's had a great career. And, you know, he's coming to that moment now where probably the wins mean even more. And I thought the quality of the ball for the first goal really set the tone for us. But, yeah, his overall presence and attitude with us has been great for the couple of years, you know, battling back from a knee injury and then coming into the team. And then, like I said, when we needed somebody to cover that area of the field, which he's not, you know, used to, he's gone in and probably, like you said, leads the league in assists. So he's obviously doing something right.
Go enjoy it, my friend. I know you'll do that until like tomorrow morning. We start studying Orange County, but have a good night's rest after winning this one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sean McCauley, head coach of the Indy 11, kind enough to join us as always. And that'll do it for our post-match interviews here pitchside. More post-game show comes your way next on My Indy TV.
Indy 11 fans, 2026 season tickets are officially on sale now.
The boys in blue! Cue the smoke early at the mic.
Lock in your seats for every goal, celebration, and unforgettable moment at the mic.
And Indy 11 defend home ground when they needed to.
Bring your friends, bring your family, and of course, bring your energy. The best atmosphere in Indy.
Time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis.
Don't miss out. Get your 2026 season tickets now.
Find it, try it, paint it, love it. 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 Find it, try it, paint it, love it, love it, love it.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
It's very true that it takes a village to raise a child. And when it comes to my healthcare village at Community Health Network, it's all nestled right in my phone. Accessing healthcare is the ability to be connected with your provider and ask a question when you need it. I feel like when I'm meeting with a community nurse practitioner or doctor, they're tuned in to what is going on with me and the way that they can serve me best.
Stand by me.
All right, given the late hour, we're trying to compact the post-game show, but since we're delayed by 2 hours, and also trying to get our crew out of here knowing there's kind of more rain coming. So we'll tighten things up here in our final segment of the Desnuda Tequila post-game show. This is likely the last home match of the year for the Indy 11, even if they are a playoff team, which means we can tell you about 2026 season ticket packages, and the benefits are immense. Like if you take the gold package, you'll get your own personalized 2026 Indy 11 jersey, and you get 25% off of all merch as a season ticket member if you purchase by December 1st. To learn more, visit Indy11.com/tickets. I feel like, but wait, there's more. With over $250, you get a complimentary season-long parking pass as well. Again, the time to get this done is by December the 1st. So again, folks, here is what is coming up. Indy 11 has to win at Orange County, and Detroit can't win at Tampa. If those two boxes are checked, the Indy 11 are a playoff team for a third consecutive season. If there is a playoff game for the Indy 11, we will have a local broadcast. We hope it is not the last time we talk to you this year. For Dan Capsalis and our entire Tupelo Honey crew, this is Greg Rakestraw. Good night from Indianapolis. Indy 11 win here on My Indy TV.
With more features to keep your account safe and secure. Northwest Bank is here for what's next.
Good dog.
Indy 11 fans, 2026 season tickets are officially on sale now.
The boys in blue! Cue the smoke early at the mic.
Lock in your seats for every goal, celebration, and unforgettable moment at the mic.
And Indy 11 defend home ground when they needed to.
Bring your friends, bring your family, and of course, bring your energy to the best atmosphere in Indy.
Time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis.
Don't miss out. Get your 2026 season tickets now.